Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video out at the range today with heavy metal, and I have brought out my brand new 6.5 Grendel in a Ruger American. Recently picked this thing up from Gun Prime. If you're looking for anything, go check them out. That's pretty much where I can find everything these days. But Ruger American, I've got tons of these because they're affordable. And for me, I've had super great luck at them. But this is my brand new 6.5 Grendel. Somebody might have said, what in the devil is a 6.5 Grendel? Well, let me show you one right here. That is a 6.5 Grendel. It's kind of a short, little stubby 6.5 round. Some of you guys probably never heard of it. Some of you guys say, yeah, I got one. It's common some places, it's not so common some other places. But in our quest to film everything there is on the planet, we picked up this 6.5 Grendel, and it's not any good to us if it's not sighted in. So that's what we're doing today for this video. We're going to sight in my brand new 6.5 Grendel in a Ruger American. Let's give you a little bit closer look, then we'll go back to 100 yards and get it sighted in. Boo lots I brought out today is some of this Wolf 100 grain. I brought this to sight it in with just because that's the cheapest ammo I could find, so that's what we're going to sight it in with. Give you a little bit closer look at what they look like. They almost look like some of the Mosin rounds I've got, but if you got some Wolf, you're probably pretty familiar with it. But these are 100 grainers, a little bit light for the 6.5 Grendel, but like I said, that's the cheapest we got, so that's what we're going to sight it in with. And on top of this thing, I've got a Crimson Trace Hardline Pro, and this baby has 20 zoomies on it. So we're going to go really stretch this thing out. 6.5 Grendel, from what I've read, you can take it to 1,000 yards. We're definitely going to take this one long range. Shouldn't have any problem stretching this rig out to 1,000 yards, so stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed. That'll be a video coming out soon. Got some pretty standard wheeler rings. Like I said, Crimson Trace with 20 zoomies. Let's go back to 100, see if we can hit something with it. Get it dialed in here. Alright, now back at 100 yards. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but I went ahead and got a 10 round mag for this thing. Let me go ahead and load up 3, and we'll see how close my bore sight was. These type of metal mags, I always forget which is the front. It's got to be that way, I think. But I went ahead and bore sighted it at 10 yards, so hopefully we'll be at least on paper here. But I got 2 targets down there at 100 yards, one to get us sighted in, and then one we'll do a little group testing with it. So here we go. This is my first time ever. Ooh, that's some clear glass, but this is my first time ever flinging some 6.5 Grendel. Hopefully my bore sight will be pretty close here. Well, like I said, I torqued this scope and everything real good myself, so shouldn't have any weeble wobble. Y'all that watched all the videos, this scope I had on my 338 Win Mag last week, but I needed it for this one, so now this scope's probably going to stay on this 6.5 Grendel. But see what happens here. Take my time and focus on my squeeze here. So, first shot ever with 6.5 Grendel, super light recoil. This is probably going to be one of the options for the kids to be whitetail hunting with this next season. Super light recoil. I'd say that was lighter recoil than the 243. Now we got some wind out here. So, let me move it to that last one here. Just did a whole bunch of clickies there. This one ought to land us a lot closer to the bullseye here. See what happens. Hey, I think I got lucky that time. We actually hit in the bullseye off one adjustment. I get that comment all the time. Don't you know you can sight your bing bangs in with 2 shots? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go ahead and click it twice to the left. That's another comment I get. You shouldn't touch the scope until you shoot a 3-shot group. Well, y'all might have more money for blue lights than I do. But let's send this third one. We might call it sighted in right here. And let's go ahead and bring it up too. And I think I'm going to call that sighted in. I'm being gentle here, trying to grab the brass. Let's go ahead and move to a clean target. Go ahead and do a little group. I don't know how many we're going to send, but we're going to send some. But I absolutely love this. I wish I had found 6.5 Grendel a long time ago. How come y'all didn't tell me about it? But super light recoil, and from what I read on paper, it's good for 1,000 yards before going subsonic. We'll find out. But let's go to a clean target, do a little group here, see what we can squeeze out of it. Really slow down here on this group. Alright. This might be one of my new favorites. Somebody said he's got 100 favorites. Well, I like them all. Alright, focus on my squeeze here. Alright. I'm not going to touch the scope till after I've shot all 3 at least. Also, this is that wolf ammo. I'm not expecting a ton out of it. Come on, baby. Now my action's jammed here. But it is nice when that cheaper blue lights groups well, which does happen for us quite often. But let's send another one, then we'll check that 3-shot group. Alright, those last 2 were touching there. So, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and do another 3-shot group on that same piece of paper. And I'll just hold for the top of that cross. And then we'll have 2 different data samples of group testing here that we can measure. I didn't bring my calipers, but I'll measure them back at the house for the end of this video. I always forget those. Alright, so far, I don't think it loves this wolf ammo, but I think that's pretty near close to 1-inch group, which is satisfactory in my opinion from some super cheap wolf bow lights. But let's go down there and take a look quick. Actually, before I take a look, let's go ahead and make a quick adjustment while I'm thinking about it. So that first group is about a 1/2 inch low, and so was the second one. The first group was a little left, the second group was a little right, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring it up. Oh, we'll do 3 clicks up, 3/4 of an inch up. Alright, so walking up to our target, it's a good thing I put this white paper up because our first hit was way up here and I would have never seen it on that plate. But second shot was right there, so I made a half decent adjustment sighting it in. Third one was right there, and then we went ahead and moved to a clean target. That was my first 3-shot group, 2 of them touching, and then that was my second 3-shot group. I'm going to go ahead and circle these so I'll remember what was what, and we'll measure some groups back at the house with my calipers. But I know that's under a 1-inch group, and I'd say that's probably borderline, maybe slightly bigger than a 1-inch group. But hey, Ruger American, let me run to the house and measure those real quick. Alright guys, so back at the house, I told you I was going to measure that group with that Wolf ammo and the 6.5 Grendel with my calipers. Just measured them, so we had those two groups, right? This one was a .802 inch group. In my book, that's a great group, especially with some really cheaper, more affordable boot lights. Then we did a second group holding for the top of that line. Little bit harder hold point, aim point, but we still got a 1.052 inch group at a hundo with that cheaper ammo. But hey, I don't know about you guys, but I am super excited about my new 6.5 Grendel. Brand new cartridge to me. I had never tried it until today for this video. Absolutely love this setup. You guys know that I'm a huge Ruger American fan. We got a couple of them. And yeah, digging this scope too. Super clear glass, good eye relief. But all in all, hey, I think I'm loving the 6.5 Grendel. Super low recoil. I'm going to work on getting us a shusher can for this. And yeah, I think this year, this is probably going to be the one that the kids are going to be taking whitetail hunting with me. Super low recoil. I have to put them side by side, but I'm pretty confident in the fact that if it's not less than the 243, it's pretty close to it. But I almost felt like no recoil to me. But appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed if you're a 6.5 Grendel fan. We have a boot test coming real soon where I go find as much of the 6.5 Grendel ammo that I can find, and we see which one my Bing Bang likes the best. But appreciate y'all watching. We got the best viewers on the interweb. Stay tuned for more. Comment down below what you want to see next time. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. 6.5 Grendel. Woo-hoo.